There's a story about two elk hunters who were flown into a remote valley in Alaska. By the end of the hunt, they had 4 elk to bring home. When their pilot returned to take them out of the valley, the pilot saw the 4 elk and said, "Here's a problem. The plane can only carry 2 elk." The hunters were outraged. They said, "Listen, we were here just last year. The plane that carried us out was the same. The weather was the same, and we had 4 elk then too." The pilot said, "Well, okay, I guess you guys know best then." So they loaded up the plane with the 4 elk and the 2 hunters and the pilot and took off. The plane started climbing out of the valley, but then it began to lose altitude. The engine sputtered and it crashed. As they stumbled from the wreckage, one hunter asked the other if he knew where they were. He said, "I don't know for sure, but I think we're about a mile from where we crashed last year." To err is human, surely. But why do so many people make the same errors over and over again? Think about it. Do you procrastinate over and over? Do you continue to spend too much money? Are you still eating what you know you shouldn't? Do you keep dating the same kind of jerks? Are you constantly late? My personal pet peeve. Are you regularly losing your phone or your keys or your earbuds? Get this. The 3rd largest cause of death in America are medical errors. After heart disease and cancer, the same mistakes the medical community has been making for the last 50 to 100 years is nearly killing 500,000 people every year. It seems our brains don't learn from past mistakes as much as we might hope. Educating people on bad spending patterns of the past does not prevent them actually from doing it over again. Feeling like a failure only makes people feel guilty and only encourages them to make more mistakes. We are all capable of making the same mistakes over and over because under stress, we tend to retreat into habits of emotion that is regulated and formed by toddlerhood. This is what neuroscientist Daniel Levitin calls the toddler brain. The toddler brain is what we resort to when we get stressed and overtaxed from physical or mental exhaustion. And in today's world, due to advances in technology, information overload, and overstimulation, it has caused our lives to be dramatically more complex than our brains have evolved to be able to handle. This causes the human brain to retreat more and more into the toddler brain, resulting in impulsiveness, poor judgment, self-obsession, and volatile feelings without foresight or the ability to think through the consequences of that behavior. The toddler brain is dominated by feelings rather than an analysis of facts. If the feelings are negative, then they seem like alarms. Just for laughs, guess the answer to the following violence-prone quiz. Identify which family member to whom the questions or statements most likely refers. Number 1, who are the most violent people in the vast majority of families? Number 2, who is the family member who often uses anger as a defense? Number 3, who is the family member who, if doesn't get his or her way, violence is likely? Number 4, who, if hurt or offended, is the family member who wants to hit or throw something? Did you guess that the correct answer for each question is not the father or the mother, but the child that's under 3? You see, mistakes that we repeat with regularity rise from that toddler brain. They turn short-term setbacks into long-term losses and temporary pain into long-term suffering. In the adult brain, we learn from past mistakes, grow from them, and soar above them. So here's your lesson for today. It's possible that you are acting like a toddler frequently in your life. When you are stressed, when you are tired, hungry, not getting the attention that you want, or when others don't want to play with you. Play is not returning your phone call or your text or your prospecting solicitation or your invitation to the party. There are 3 things that you can do here. Number 1, grow the heck up. Be an adult and stop acting like a toddler. Number 2, get your sleep, your exercise, your food, proper naps, meditation or quiet time to keep the toddler brain button from being exposed. And number 3, focus forward. Stop dwelling on mistakes that you made in the past. Otherwise, you'll be doomed to repeat them. It's much better to think about what we want to accomplish and try to view it from a fresh angle. Okay, confession time here. You know, confession is the first step for repentance, right? Tell us in the comments below, when was the last time you acted like a toddler? Come on, admit it. We all do it. You're amongst friends here, just for fun. Tell us below, and then vow to never repeat it.